guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon Build series video. Today we have Rhyhorn, who is a ground rock type Pokemon, and it kind of looks like a rhinoceros basically, if it was made out of some sort of rock or stone. And I don't know, when I saw this rhinoceros, it kind of looks like it's about to start charging. And because of that, yeah, it looks like it's going for a little bit of a run or something like that. And yeah, running kind of reminds me of like little athletics. I'm not sure if little athletics is something that is in multiple different countries or not. But yeah, I did a little bit of little athletics when I was a kid, and yeah, it's basically just track and field sports. And each week you participate in competing in the different like 1 week you'll do running, and then the next week you'll do high jump, and then the next week you'll do shot put and discus and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I thought I would build just a wee little track, because yeah, again, I did it as a kid. It is definitely something that would be like much smaller. I mean, the place where we ran, it wasn't a small track, it was a normal sized running track, but I thought because little athletics is kind of aimed at kids, I thought I would make it a bit smaller. It also did just make building it a lot easier. So yeah, that's why we end up with a pretty short video, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, did you guys have something like that for when you were in primary or elementary school? I didn't do it through my school. I did it outside of school. I don't think you could really do it through school. But yeah, I don't know, it was definitely interesting, that's for sure. I learned very quickly that I am not really made for running in winter. That's probably actually where the first signs of winter asthma appeared. But I didn't really pay attention to it until about a month ago. So it's been a little bit of a while, but to be fair, I don't really go running, not in any month, let alone in the winter months. So yeah, it's definitely been interesting to kind of deal with. And I am definitely going to go see a doctor. So yeah, if you guys have the sort of similar symptoms of like, yeah, when you go out in winter and you feel like you can't really breathe because of how cold it is, yeah, might be a little bit of winter asthma. Maybe go get that checked out. But I have found wearing a mask, like a face mask, to be really helpful, because I'm not breathing in cold air. I'm breathing in kind of preheated air, I guess. And yeah, it's definitely a lot nicer to be able to breathe. So yeah, definitely recommend that. But yeah, no, with this build, like I said, it's pretty simple, pretty small. I do some bathrooms on either side of this building. As you can see, I do a little sick bay area, so if you are having like an asthma attack, or if you got injured by some sort of thing, there is, yeah, a little sick bay for you to sit down and get taken care of. And you know, there's probably someone who's trained in first aid there. And yeah, if like the ambulance needs to come or anything like that, then they can come get you from in here. But there's also like a little canteen, so if you want to get like a hot drink or I feel like meat pies were definitely something we had at our one. I don't know, I feel like when I did little athletics as a kid, it was meat pies and chips and lollies and stuff like that, but I feel like more and more today, it's kind of like, okay, less the unhealthy food and more like, okay, here's some fruit options, here's some, you know, like healthier food options. Like, there's still probably chips and lollies and ice cream and stuff like that, but yeah, it's definitely getting a lot healthier from what I have seen, which is it's good. It's definitely good, but it's also quite interesting to be somebody who, you know, did little athletics and did have these sort of, yeah, unhealthy food options. But to be honest, I wouldn't really get anything from the canteen when we were kids, because yeah, I would go home and have dinner with my family, and it would be good. Yeah, I don't know. My family's always been health aware. I don't want to say like healthy because we weren't, like the healthiest family on the block, but we weren't unhealthy either. We definitely tried to take healthier options, like for example, participating in little athletics. I definitely feel it was, enjoyable and good and healthy, and I'm glad I got out and exercised and whatnot as a kid, instead of staying inside all day and reading books. I don't know, I wasn't really big into TV when I was younger. Like, as I got older, yeah, but yeah, when I was younger, there's definitely nose in books. You just could not get me out of them. So, yeah, I don't know, it's definitely... I don't know, I feel like I should definitely exercise a little bit more. I have been going on more walks recently, which has been very good. It doesn't help that my walks are to go down to the shops to pick up chocolate milk, but, I could be getting much, much unhealthier drinks than chocolate milk. And you know what? I found out a couple of years ago, chocolate milk is really good for you after you exercise. Apparently it's got, like, the right amount of proteins and whatnot. So, yeah. Maybe it's not all that unhealthy anyway. And I don't go too often to get the... Like, I do walks more often than I get the drink. Sometimes I'll do walks on my block. Sometimes I will, like I said, go down to the shops or whatever. Yesterday I actually went out to check where the courthouse was, which I'm glad I did because the address they gave me and the name of the court they gave me were two different things, but I figured out which one I actually need to go to, which is good. It's a little confusing and complicated, but realistically not all that much. So yeah, I don't know, it's good. It's interesting. It's yeah. So yeah, I'll be finding out in a couple of days whether or not I have jury duty or not. Like, I've been selected, but I am, I think, of one of X amount that they pick more people than they need, so that, if you don't show up or whatever, there's always a backup juror or whatever. So yeah, definitely not looking forward to that because I don't really want to do it, and it's a long trial as well. Like, I didn't get a short one, but they do say if you don't get picked, they might need you for another trial, so I could be picked for a shorter trial, which is good. Yeah. But yeah, the thing that worries me is, like, at the end of a jury trial, you have to decide on whether or not, if it's a criminal trial, you have to decide whether they're guilty or not. If it's a civil trial, which I didn't really realize you could have civil trials, apparently civil trials have 4 jurors in Australia. But yeah, I don't want to have to, like, come to decide someone's fate. Like, I don't want to be the reason why somebody goes to jail. I mean, obviously, if they've done something wrong, they are the reason why they're going to jail. But there's a big feeling behind that of, like, whether or not they're guilty. So I don't really want to deal with that sort of thing. I think I'd much prefer a something where, like, somebody just gets fined, or I don't want to send someone to jail. I'd rather deal with external things to that, because yeah, I feel like it's very heavy. But anyway, we should probably focus on the build. Hey, I had a lot of fun with this. So with the build, because I chose Henford on Bagel, which you cannot convince me that that's not the name of this world. I was like, maybe it's like a bit of a rural little athletics. They've just set up this little field so that kids can run around, and all the families can get to know each other, and there's probably been heaps of kids who've grown up here and met here, and maybe they were kids and they did meet here, and then they grew up and they started dating, and then they had their own kids, and now they bring their own kids here. Like, it felt like a very family oriented place. But yeah, I also did want it to feel a bit countryside. So I end up putting a lot of landscape in, which I'm very happy with how it turned out. I constantly complain about my landscaping. I feel like there should be a bingo card with my builds, which are me getting distracted from not talking about the build, me talking about how much the landscaping bothers me, and me probably talking about cats or chocolate milk or both, because those three things are definitely 100% likely. Uh, but no, like with the end at the end with this landscaping, I feel pretty good with it. I have realized that with fencing in a lot, you don't have to fence in the entire lot. You can do part of the lot. So the part that, yeah, I didn't fence in, I did turn that into a little car park area, which it makes so much more sense. It makes me feel like I'm not stressing about filling in all this extra space. I don't know, it's just nice and simple, and ever since I found that build in Ravenwood that did a similar thing where the fence didn't go all the way, it's made me feel so much better about picking bigger lots because I can do stuff like this. Like, we can have a big patch of grass. It doesn't have to be small. It doesn't have to be, the fence all the way to the edge. It's been super, like, I don't know why I didn't think that was a possibility beforehand. And I've definitely used it in quite a number of builds recently. So, yeah, I've definitely enjoyed being able to learn more things. But this is why you should always check out other builds and kind of pull them apart and look at them, and even if they are made by EA or if they're made by content creators for EA, which I know they're like very restricted builds, because you can't use multiple packs, you can't use move objects and all that sort of stuff. I definitely think even pulling those apart and having a look at them and seeing what people have done, it's very interesting, and you do learn a lot. Because you'll learn what you don't like, what you do like, what feels empty, what feels full, like, is there too much stuff over here, is there not enough stuff over here, how to put items together, landscaping. I've seen some really beautiful landscaping to definitely take inspiration from. So, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of interesting and unique and fun, and I definitely recommend pulling apart other people's builds so that you can take inspiration from it. Because, yeah, it's definitely helped me before doing that. I also do apologize. I don't know what all these random breaks are in the video. I thought I edited this a little bit better, but yeah, sometimes when I get towards the end of the build, I do get a little bit distracted. And kind of, speed up the editing process. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for that in the future and maybe pay a bit more attention to that. So yeah, I do apologize for that. But yeah, anyway, we are pretty much at the end of the video, so if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. I come out with a new video pretty much every single day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.